Hi everyone, today we will discuss about SQL commands and its types. Basically, SQL commands are categorized based on the purpose of the SQL command that we will be using. So they are categorized into 5 types. In short terms, we can term it is like DDL, DML, TCL, DQL and DCL. So we will go through one by one. So DDL stands for Data Definition Language. So these commands are mainly used to define and alter the structure of the database objects. Okay, database objects such as table, functions, stored procedures, or databases or views. Okay, to define the structure and to alter the structure of those database objects, we can use the DDL commands. Next, DML commands. DML stands for Data Manipulation Language. Means the name itself defines data manipulations. Manipulation means changing the data. So manipulation means whether it might be like adding the data or deleting or updating the data. So these kind of operations can be supported by using DML commands. Next one is TCL, Transaction Control Language. Means as the name says, transaction control. So to control the transactions, we can use the transaction control language, such as like to commit your changes or to roll back your unsaved changes in your current transactions. We can go with the transaction control language commands. Next one is DQL. DQL stands for Data Query Language. So data query. So to query the data inside the database, we can go with DQL command, that is select. Next one is DCL, Data Control Language. So data control language is mainly used to control the access on the database object. So to define which users can access the particular database object, we can use the data control language commands. Okay, so here mainly to access and to revoke the permission on to the users whether to use that particular database object, we can use this grant and revoke from the data control language commands. Now we will go through in detail about the definitions of each particular command. Okay, so that we will get idea. In further videos, I will explain with examples. So in this video, main intention is to cover the definition of each type of command. So in the DDL commands, we are having create, drop, alter, truncate and rename. So this create command, so as I told earlier, data definition means to define the structure or to alter the structure of the database objects. So this create command is used to create database objects such as tables and views or stored procedures or tables. Then drop. So this drop command is used to drop the database objects. And this alter command used to add the column names or modify the column names or drop the column names. For example, you will create a table, let's say students table, and here you are trying to create with 2 columns, ID, name. Okay, so when you use create statement, it will only create the structure of the table, means there will be no data inside the table, but it will create something like structure like this. So if you want to alter any particular column name or even its data type, then you can go with alter command. So you can change name to first name using alter command. I will explain the syntax and examples in further videos. I'm just explaining it in a basic way for understanding. Okay, then truncate. So this truncate will remove the structure of the table from the database. It will keep the structure and it will delete the data from the table. For example, let's say we are having this id comma name columns with some data 1a to b. Okay, so you are performing some truncate operation on the table name students. Then what it will do, it will delete the records from this students table, and but it will still keep the structure of the table. Okay, this is about truncate. Then rename. This command is used to rename, means if you want to change the name of your database object from particular particular name to some other new name, then you can use this rename command. Then in the DML commands we are having insert, update and delete. Okay, so I do not want to explain it much. As the name suggests, we can easily understand, right? Insert means to add the records, update means to modify the existing records. So to modify existing record, in the sense, let me tell you this also with some example. Let's take same table, students table. So if by using the create statement, we can create this structure. Then by using the insert statement, we can add the records into this table. For example, by using insert statement, I have added one particular record. Then if I want to update this particular name A to, let's say, Bhavya. So if you want to update this particular name, particular value to some other new value, then you can perform the update operation on that particular column. After performing the update, your table will look something like 1 Bhavya. Now if you want to delete this particular record with id equal to 1, then you can perform the delete operation on the table. So after deleting, your table will remain id name like this. This particular record will be deleted. This is all about DML operations. Then coming to next operations, next commands, data control language. So in the data control language, we are having grant and revoke. Okay, so if you want to provide some access, let's say we have some users A, B. Okay, then we are having the table students. Let's take the same example for understanding purpose. So if these two users want to access this particular table, then you have to grant this grant access to these users to access this table. Something like grant. I will tell you the syntax in the further videos. So for understanding purpose, you can assume like, so if these two users want to perform any operations on this particular table, they have to have the grant access. Then revoke operation. So this revoke command mainly used to like if, for example, this A and B we have granted access for this table, particular table students. Then after some time, if you decided to revoke that particular permission, and if this A and B users no longer want to access this particular table, then you can use this revoke command to revoke the permissions. Okay, I hope you have understood till here. Next one is DQL and TCL. So in the DQL data query language, we are having the select video. So select is mainly used to retrieve the data from the table. So this basic syntax will be select star from table. So this select is the keyword and from is the keyword, and this table name will be your table name, like which you are trying to query. Okay, Then this star indicates the columns that you are trying to retrieve. For example, in the student table, we are having ID name column, right? So if you want to retrieve all columns, then you can use the star operation. Or if you want to retrieve any particular column name, then you can go with select that particular column name from table name. This is about DQL. Then last one is I think transaction control. This is the left one, I think. So transaction control language, we have commit, save point and rollback. So commit will be used to commit the changes, particular changes in your transaction, and rollback, like for example, you have committed some unwanted changes, then you can roll back to previous version. And save point. This save point, you can use it inside your transaction. Like for example, you are having some 10 transaction. So you can save point at your 5th transaction, means you can roll back easily to the 5th transaction, like that. This is all about basic definitions of each command in SQL commands. In further videos, we will see the difference between drop, delete and truncate, and we will see which all can be rolled back and which cannot be rolled back, and we will see each and every command with in detailed explanation. I hope this video is useful to understand types of SQL command. Please let me know in comment section if you have any doubts on any topic. Thank you.